We are also tracking the grisly investigation in Oklahoma, the case of 4 men who vanished after a bike ride. The mother of one of the victims says that they were chopped in half. Now, police say the 2 brothers and their 2 friends suffered gunshot wounds and were dismembered before their remains were thrown into a river. Right now, police have a person of interest in that case.
I would call evidence that there's potentially foul play involved.
Police now believe they've found the remains of these 4 men who went missing earlier this month riding their bikes and have not been seen since. A passerby notifying law enforcement they saw something suspicious protruding from a river.
Officers responded and discovered what appears to be multiple human remains in the river.
Officers sifting through digital evidence, going door to door, awaiting phone records with no known motives or suspects at this time, saying the latest phone data suggests the men rode their bikes the opposite direction of the river where these bodies were found.
If these are your loved ones, all we're doing is switching focus, and we're going to work just as hard to find out what happened to them as we did trying to find them.
And former FBI agent Jennifer Coffindaffer here to talk about this case that just keeps getting stranger. Jennifer, thank you so much for being here.
Yes, nice to be here, Natasha.
And so we heard officials saying that there may be foul play. I mean, Jennifer, is there any universe in which this is not foul play?
No, there is not any universe in which this isn't foul play. These individuals were shot, murdered, dismembered, thrown in a river, and it was done by individuals who wanted them dead. Why? Perhaps because this hit a lick that we've heard about, which is typically a robbery that they were going to do, took a bad turn for them. Perhaps somebody notified the person that they were going to hit, and they were ambushed, or perhaps there are other people involved besides Mr. Kennedy who has already been at least put in custody on other charges awaiting questioning in this matter.
And Jennifer, we know the mother of one of these deceased men has been speaking out, and she says that his body was chopped in half, and she believes that is what drug cartels do to people that they kill. What do you make of that statement?
Well, it's an accurate statement. Certainly gangs and organized crime syndicates, they do this sort of dismemberment. And the reason they do it is they're making an example. They're saying, this is what's going to happen to you, horrific dismemberment if you cross us. And it's clear to me that they weren't dismembered for the purpose of putting them in a container and hiding the crime, but rather they were thrown in a river, a shallow area of a river meant to be found. And the only reason to do that is humiliation and to make a statement.
I really appreciate that insight. Former FBI agent Jennifer Coffindaffer, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.